maybe she might do stuff in the next episode.
We good?
I think we're good.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
No.
We good.
We can't
Yep,
now.
Now.
Okay, good.
What can I
Microphone
say?
has to be open.
I'm Calvin, and we're only going to watch one episode.
That's bullshit.
Make us wait.
What's awesome
Make us
is
wait,
we can all go home and watch whatever
That's
we want.
That is true.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Movies with Chill podcast. I am your host, Chill. Today we'll be doing...
I didn't do anything. It turned
didn't-
my head.
No, I know.
I heard it.
You
Just
heard
didn't
it?
do-
Yeah, I heard it. Today we'll be doing our Attack on Anime, Attack on Titan, Episode 5.
Yay.
Yay.
Shouldn't this be called Animes with Chill?
No, it's
No.
Attack on Anime.
Attack on
Attack
Anime?
on Anime.
Hey, you
It's
said
'cause
welcome to the
he
Movies
came up
with
with the
Chill
name.
It's
podcast.
Movies
Yeah.
with Chill presents
Attack on Anime.
Ah,
That's a
A
very
lot.
Japanese title.
yeah.
It's a very Japanese show.
Oh.
Four
Don't make me
white,
start yelling.
Well, actually,
four white Americans. Yep, most Japanese thing I've ever heard.
But it's a
That's
Japanese. I'm just talking about the anime, not
No.
this.
Yeah.
right. We haven't really talked about the animation in the show yet. What do you guys think about the animation?
I think it's really cool.
Stunning.
It's
Yeah.
it's
I
beautiful.
like that there's like
There's a lot of
it's
CGI.
very clear in parts,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like the overview of like the crowds. I like it being like the matte, a
Yeah,
solid
yeah. Matte
piece
color.
of piece of art. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like there's no movement.
Right.
Yeah, I dig it.
So this is WIT's first project that they've ever done.
Oh, wow.
Like first animation.
and this is the
First
company
anime.
that's taking over the One Piece reboot.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I might actually have to watch the
and
One Piece reboot now.
WIT does season 1 and 2, and then MAPPA takes over for 3 and 4. Both of them are operate on such a high level of animation that all go out. Oh, what is this? Oh, MAPPA though. All right, I'll check out that because
Yeah.
MAPPA did it. You know?
Right.
You elitist.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's just that they're a good studio.
Oh, yeah.
That usually puts out like
They
good
put out good
animes.
work, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
And one of the things too that they flex on with this show is that they get horses running, which most of the time it kind of like cuts off, halfway.
It's hard to.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
It'd be
but
really
yeah,
hard to
they're-
animate horse legs.
Well,
Right.
if you look at Disney in the past, they actually brought animals into the studio so they could watch them
Watch
run.
it run. Right.
And that's why if you watch like the old animation, it really looks like people moving.
Yeah.
And the art is over the people
Outline.
moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's
Yeah.
called like
it's-
rotoscoping or something like that.
Yeah, it's not that. It's just that they have perfected the art of like human movement and animal movement and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's super,
It's crazy.
super strange.
For sure.
But the animation in this it's great.
Yeah.
It's very pretty, keeps you entertained, that's for sure.
Oh, for
I like
sure.
the thicker outlines on the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that too, and it does make them kind of pop against the background a lot
Yeah, oh
better.
yeah, for sure.
So.
Because a lot of animes have like thinner
Oh, yeah.
lines, and it's just kind of
They kind of bleed.
Yeah.
bleed
Yeah.
in.
Bleed in the background. So, episode 5 we just finished watching literally to go. Let's go through the episode and then we'll discuss the ending. So, spoilers for episode 5.
All right.
So it picks up right where
Four left off.
where
The
the
colossal
colossal
titan.
titan appeared right outside the wall. It like poof and surprised everyone.
Yep.
And knocked them all off.
Slept off the
Aaron
cannons.
starts fighting.
Right.
Right.
He's like, "This is my chance.
Not
I'm gonna
let it
prove
slip
myself."
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which he did
Yo.
lots of running and lots of swinging and no slashing.
He did one slash.
But I will tell you,
and it was that the air.
I will tell you that by the end of the episode, I was like, okay, that's why he's just not slashing and going.
Right.
Later, you find out they regenerate.
Yeah.
Right.
So they had to hit a specific
Specific
spot.
spot.
But they have never said that until the ending part of this episode.
Right.
Correct.
So
I feel like if
at
they
first I'm like,
established
he's not
that
doing anything,
sooner,
you know, yeah.
it would be more understandable. It'd be like less frustrating. Like, why are none of these
Why are
titans
you not
dropping
doing
right now?
anything?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the practice dummies during training, there's a board on the edge, the nape of the neck.
yeah.
You guys
You had
remember
to
that
cut
part?
Yeah.
you had to cut a chunk out of it,
Yeah.
and it had to be deep enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is first episode though where we get a flashback of them in class and
Where
they're
we
kind of
get some
Information.
Some lore
information of what
about
the
the
hell
Titans,
they are.
right.
Which I'm excited. That's the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah.
So like I'm excited to find out.
Yeah,
Right.
those were my
So,
questions.
I have
in the
another
first
question.
Episode.
Is this done?
This is
Yeah.
completely over.
Oh, okay,
with.
cool.
Yeah,
And
completely.
it's 4 seasons.
Four
Four
seasons.
seasons, and there's like 89
Beautiful.
episodes.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
so-
I could finish this in like a week, honestly.
It's weird because they have 4 seasons, and then they have part 1, part 2, and then part 3 is 2 hour-and-a-half long movies.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
And now
We're watching the movies, right? I mean,
right.
Well, yeah, we're gonna
that's
do the whole
end.
thing.
That's the
Okay,
end.
I
Yeah.
feel like we kind of have.
Weird
if we
thing-
get to the end. We could get the end of the first season and just hate it.
Right.
Well,
Good.
Well,
I am going to finish
I'm
the
feeling
series
pretty good about it
regardless.
right now.
Pretty good so far.
I am.
Feeling pretty good so
and
far.
they're actually releasing, like, in theaters, a recut of the last 2 hour-and-a-half long movies or whatever, and then they're just releasing it in theaters now too, which I think is kind of crazy.
Zack
That would be
Snyder
kinda
cut.
cool.
Yeah, Demon Slayer kind of.
Well, no,
because
because it's shorter. That's the weird thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So it's going to take 2 hour-and-a-half movies,
And-
edit, condense, and make one like
That's
2
too-
2
hour
hour movie. Yeah. I don't know if I'd like that, though.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Aaron's kind of flying through, and it gives you a scope on how big this colossal titan actually is. Be flying
He's
up this
massive.
arm.
He's not getting anywhere.
No.
It's like an ant on him.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing that the colossal titan does is that it kicks open into
Wall.
Trost.
Yeah.
And then it takes its hand and it scrapes all of the
Cannons.
cannons off of it because they were lining up cannons to point downward at the Titans so that they could shoot them and hopefully hit the nape of their neck without sending out
soldiers.
to go try and take them out.
Big dude just up and disappears.
Well,
Right.
Aaron's going for the kill shot.
He's going like
He's
he
going
hit, he
for
hit
the
one
ne-
shot.
Now it makes sense. He was going for the neck.
Yeah, he hit one shot,
Yeah.
and he swings back around, and he takes another shot at it, and dude's just gone.
He's gone. Poof.
like a fart in the wind.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a cloud.
Just gone.
And it gives off steam,
Yeah,
too.
and then he says he disappeared just like he did 5 years ago,
Yeah.
which they didn't ever say in the first 2
Well,
episodes.
How does he know that it's the same one, too? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
Well, I think he's just kind of assuming it's the
just
same
assuming
one.
that there's
Well,
only
'cause
one
I don't think
colossal
I
titan.
don't think he ever saw it eat anyone as well as the armored, and
Nope.
they just disappeared, and the Titans came in.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just like send in the big dude,
So we can get in.
We
and
can
then
get
we're
in.
done. That's
Right.
easy
But
picking.
Aaron said something after he scrapes the cannons off. He's like, they do have intelligence. That was intentional.
Yeah.
So
At least the colossal.
where are they
does.
getting that?
Yeah.
Right?
Is Colossal Dude calling the shots, or is he got marching orders? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard saying. He swing and it misses, and he's gone. And the next thing you know, we got Titans in the wire, and
They're
hilarity
flooding in.
ensues.
Their little net they put up did not
Did
work.
not work.
No.
So they're going to describe their battle plan. They've got the vanguard, and then they've got, I forget what the middle section was called. And then you had the rear guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the vanguard just gets wiped out.
Yeah.
They have no
They're-
joy.
Your front line.
They just got demolished.
Yeah.
And so it's up to everybody else to hold back this wave. And it is not going well at all, as predicted. These guys were going to take a butt whooping, and that's exactly what they did. Nobody did anything.
No. We were introduced to Commander Pixis, who is inside the inner wall.
Right.
You
He's
know.
playing chess with a lord.
Yeah. And he's letting this Lord win. is
Yeah,
what
boosting his ego, trying to maintain his station.
Yeah. And we get the idea that the Lord is, again, gluttonous.
Yes.
He's eating all the food and drinking all the wine. And
He's drunk. He's
Very
got the red.
pompous.
He's got the red face. So he's
Right.
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
He
in
knows the
anime.
rules. He's,
There you
he's
go.
figuring it out.
He's seen an episode or two
So
of anime.
then the kid comes busted in. Hey, Trost has been invaded. Colossal Titan showed up, kicked the wall in. We
Lord
got Titans
drops his
everywhere.
wine.
He's like, "What do you mean?" Well, I guess it's just their time to die.
And the Colonel changes his attitude real quick.
Man.
and he's just like,
Pixis, yeah.
Dude, and then he's like, "All right, we're gonna go take care of this." Well, why? Why don't you stay here with me? Basically, protect me,
Yeah.
Right.
And
because
he's-
I'm scared shitless.
Yeah, I need a garrison around my house. And then he even says, how are you going to command if
You can't even beat me at chess.
Exactly.
He's like, and then the dude standing behind him is like, well, maybe he's not going to play down to his skill, when it's life and death.
And
Yeah.
what's he say when he says goodbye to him?
Enjoy your day of opulence and gluttony.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to be a badass.
Yeah, and then we get a scene where Aaron is trying to clasp something together in preparation, and he's just heard the news. And I feel like with Armin, yes, he breaks down and cripples Defear a lot, but I feel like particularly in this moment, he is realizing that it only took one Titan to kick a hole in, and then Shigamshina and the inner wall is gone, and 20%
Population
is
gone.
Right.
done. And then he just did the same thing for the inner wall. There's only 3 walls. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he just did that for the second interior, and now it's just one left. And I felt like that's why he's so crippled, because yes, he's afraid that this is happening, but he's also afraid for humanity. Like, oh shit,
We're done.
What
Yeah.
chance do we have?
Exactly.
fathomably cooked.
Underground, baby.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Something.
we'll see.
Something.
Armin, Mikasa, and Aaron, and they're kind of out in the yard, and John is freaking out because he's like, I had one more day of this,
I
and
was
then
going to be an MP.
and I was
Yeah.
going to be an MP, and I was good to go, I've been in the wall, and I wouldn't have to deal with all this. crap.
Realistically, that wouldn't really solve anything because you're
Right.
still
Your
going
wall's
to get your...
gonna be gone.
Yeah, your wall's going to be
tomorrow.
gone, and you're still going to have to fight a Titan.
Right.
So,
Aaron's just kind of like, you only have this one day to get through. Just get through this, and then you can go be an MP.
We just did 3 years, no problem.
Yep.
We can do one more day.
Right.
Yeah.
Overly confident. Mikasa comes up to Aaron, and she's like, hey, you need to protect yourself, and if shit goes sideways, then...
Come find me.
As walking by, one of the commanders walks by, and he's like, Mikasa, you need to go with the elite unit. And she starts kind of babbling back and forth with the commander, and Aaron tells her straight, and he's like,
Headbutts her ass.
My
He does
life-
that.
Direct
Yeah.
order.
Yeah.
Get your ass in gear. I
And
like
she
that,
realizes that, oh, okay, yeah, even though I made a promise. And I think Aaron even says, for the betterment of humanity, you need to follow your orders.
though. Yeah.
Because my
this is
life
bigger
doesn't-
than the two of us
It's
right
time
now.
to
Exactly.
stop. Yeah,
Right.
like stop your shit.
Yeah. Aaron gets super confident. You get a bunch of characters like the two's names, but they're like, promise me you'll find me. Promise
As long
me
as I'm
you'll
with
save
you,
me."
you'll be fine.
Yes.
That guy says, as long as I'm around, you're going to be good to go.
All of us said, "Yeah, Dad."
And in the next scene, he's dangling out of some poor Titan's mouth.
Yeah.
Gets swallowed.
I also love the music in this because Aaron gets a ragtag group of people with him and Armin and a couple others, and they're like, yeah, we're going to do this. And like, oh, I'm going to count how many I get. You count how many we get. No fudging the numbers, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And we get this
Like it's a
uplifting
fucking
animated
sport game.
Yeah, like
it's some kind of soccer game.
right. It's we're all good. And
Nobody's
you know,
ever done this before, but we're going to do it.
Right.
We're going to do it. Right. And we're going to and
And we're going to do it with style.
And we've
Aaron-
never done it. We've never even attempted it before.
Right.
Aaron
But
even-
we're going to do it.
Aaron
Yeah.
even talks about like, can you imagine how fast we can climb the ranks during a battle like
We'll
this?
skip right past the rookie phase.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna be good.
We'll be great.
So we get uplifting music, and they're flying through, and you know, with the ODM gear, which is gorgeous. And it's just flexing how badass their animation
I
is.
bet they all
Yeah.
have major back problems.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. World's shittiest roller coasters.
A Titan pops up, and then the uplifting music.
The
just
way it
drops.
is like clutching onto that tower is terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I knew when it was gonna peak.
just
I'm like, oh no, like it's gonna be disgusting. Yeah.
and it has some poor.
Poor schmuck in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way to go, Putz.
Done putts. All of that confidence is completely gone.
Drained. Running down his leg.
Aaron
Yeah,
did.
Aaron did.
Goes after that Titan, and he's like, I'm getting you. You took out my friend. We're
You
done.
are
Aaron.
mine.
As he's coming by,
Slapped.
and you didn't notice at first,
Absolute slap.
but it took his leg off.
Well,
I did not notice it.
It looks like he bit him.
Well,
when
yeah,
he was
it
going
looked-
by.
It went to
Yeah.
bite
He
at
bit-
him.
He no,
And
it bit his leg
So
off.
it bit his leg off.
Yeah.
You know, like the piranha plant from Mario. That's
Yeah.
basically what happened to
Yeah,
him.
he
Like,
flew through.
I think they
and it
really,
bit his leg
I think
off.
they really
Hammer home.
misjudged how fast and agile these Titans can be.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because-
And for them to say they're not smart, because I mean, he was hitting, not even knowing they were coming. It's like he could hear them coming. So
Right.
he just like
yeah,
was
and one of
swatting
them grabbed
The cable.
grabbed the cable and just slammed her to
Pulled
the
it-
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled some poor girl.
Like that requires some kind of intelligence.
Right.
Like, what's
Yeah.
this?
Boom. Done.
Unless they're like cats or there's
Right.
grab thing.
So Aaron's laying on the roof with no leg from like his knee down, his shin
Yeah.
down.
And he's seeing all of the group
Everyone
that he went-
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armand is watching the carnage and is just losing his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Yeah, he's
what am I going to
losing
do?
it. He's like, I can't
And he's
move.
literally like the Titan has already grabbed him, is about to swallow him, and he's still crying.
Right.
Like, what am I going to do?
And
Like,
then-
you're about to get ate,
Well,
dude.
Yeah.
the Grateful Dead Titan shows up.
Yeah.
The bearded wonder.
Balded, bearded guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking Santa
So,
Claus looking at him.
Jerry
Yeah.
Garcia throws him down his gullet.
Yeah.
And then
Well, we get a flash.
Oh,
the
this is
flashback.
the flash.
The flashback of their childhood, which was, 5 years ago?
How we're gonna go on an adventure.
Actually, it probably would have been more than that.
Well, I'm just saying, it wasn't that long ago. They were
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
And now they're fighting Titans.
Yeah.
Well, you
within
were
the last
grilling
5
me
years,
for
probably.
saying
Yeah, well,
7
you
years
don't
ago
live
I
in
was a kid.
Tecumseh,
so.
Do you
whatever
guys
it
hear
is.
what Armin was saying? He had a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
the
the outside,
outside world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the seas, the oceans, lava. He was talking about all these things they had never seen before.
Yeah.
And that was the whole idea, was they were going to go on adventures together.
Right.
Yeah.
But he also says that Aaron rebacks and says, well, that's illegal to have. You know, you can't have
Go
that,
to
right?
jail for that.
He's
We're
like,
supposed
oh,
to
I
know
don't
about
care.
So
the
they're
outside
all
world.
they're.
So why is the
dumb-
government trying to keep them from the outside
Yeah,
world?
they're dumbed down and put in a ring of walls.
There's something out there.
Yeah.
Something valuable.
Yeah.
A lot of food. I bet.
well, knowledge. It could be knowledge as well.
So-
like I'm saying, like the village.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway, Aaron just comes to and he sees Armin getting swallowed, and he's like, not gonna happen.
Not on my watch.
Not gonna happen.
Hell no.
I'm gonna get in there.
He slings into his mouth and just
Aaron does.
takes his sword and just goes right up his tooth. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Yeah, right
between,
between
the
his
tooth.
teeth.
Ugh.
So
And
he's
he grabs
one
Armin.
hand, his sword, and
Throws
has
him
Armin.
out on the roof.
And he makes
then he
the-
starts monologuing again.
And his eyeballs are going crazy at this point in time.
Like, dude, you
Shaking
need to get
extra.
out of there. You need to get out of there.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad
like, "We're
times if you don't get out of there
gonna
soon.
go
Next thing you know, it's chomp. Roll
Chomp.
credits.
Yeah,
To be continued.
We see
Mika
Mika,
say-
and she feels something happen.
Yeah. I
sense
and
a
turns and
disturbance.
looks.
Yeah.
My guess is she's going to save his ass.
Oh, yeah.
she's going to cut him out. That's going to be my guess.
Aaron.
Oh,
Aaron
I was
lost
about
the
to
chomp
say.
down.
Yeah.
And the leg.
That's
yeah,
all right.
so this dude is
And gets
like,
chomped down
robot
on.
legs and arms. It's fine. So did Luke.
I mean,
It'll
look
be
at all the
fine.
robot stuff they got.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they have some kind of technology. I've yet to figure out how the things around their waist work.
Right?
Like just looking at them, they don't look like
They don't look
that's
like
how
you
that
should
works.
be able to work.
Right. Yeah.
I want to know how they aim those cables.
Yeah.
So
Do they
it's-
describe that at any
Yeah,
point
so
in
it's
time?
kind of like, so you know they have the swords or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they point out, there's a cable connected to the
Oh.
sword, and so they point wherever they need that
because
latch
each
to
sword
go,
has a trigger.
and each sword has a
pull
trigger.
that trigger.
It has a trigger and a throttle
Yes.
to reel them
That's
in.
fun.
Kind of want it to be real now. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It
Imagine.
sounds
Again.
fun.
Imagine.
If you watch the animation
Your
and
back
you see
is
those,
broke.
your back would snap.
I don't care. I don't.
You would
care.
have to wear-
It would be the closest thing I would have to be Spider-Man.
That's
all right?
true.
True.
You'd be a paraplegic in 30 minutes.
So Aaron dead? Aaron not dead? What's the verdict?
Not dead.
Aaron's not dead. He's the main character. He's not
That's-
going to die.
He's just not
Can't
gonna
die.
die.
No.
I say
I'm
not
buying
dead.
it. Not dead.
Not dead.
Oh,
I say not dead.
He
but
could be dead.
I do have a big F.U. Calvin for not letting us watch the 6th episode.
To find out
yeah.
if he is dead.
I'm
To
gonna
be
need to watch
continued.
something else in the meantime.
How many
Yeah.
episodes are we watching for the next?
You're
Yeah.
watching none.
I think we have 2, and then we'll watch 2 more. But we still have. This was the first Battle of Trost, and then there's like 8 or 9 episodes that are Battle of Trost. So
So we got to do 6, 7, and 8.
All right.
It's always maybes with this guy.
I know.
I
I don't
well, I
like
need
him
to-
being
I
in
need to look
control of
ahead.
this.
I need to look ahead to see where things happen because I'm like, hey, I want to be there.
Are you not watching this along with us?
I am watching along with you, but I also have to
feel like you're a
remember
liar.
where things happen.
He's already watched this. This is his 3rd time he's
I
watched
know. That's
it.
why I feel
Well,
like
this
he's
is-
neglecting and not watching with us.
Oh my!
He
gosh.
is watching.
I am watching.
He is doing
Yeah,
the
but
episodes
episode
we watched.
5.
We
But when
watched
he's
1 and
watching
2
it,
together.
It's more of just like a refresher.
You weren't here.
Yeah.
Then we watched 3 and 4 at home, and we watched 5.
Okay.
So he's
So I've at least
watching.
watched 3.
Yeah, it was good. It's definitely gotten way better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we all think Aaron's going to live.
Yep. I think he's gonna be a badass.
Do you think they're going to wipe out these Titans that are in this outer ring here?
No.
That's just not
I
plausible.
think it's done.
I mean,
I think it's done, but I don't know. We'll see.
I
I mean,
have not
he's going to
seen-
take a little
So
bit
we're
of
going
time
to do
to heal.
4 full seasons of this inner ring being the only
No,
ring left.
I think there's something else going on. I bet the whole thing falls. I bet the whole thing falls, and they're on the outside at some point. That's my theory.
that's actually a pretty good theory. I'm not gonna lie.
I could see that.
I think that the fall.
What if there's another city?
Oh, there's
Exactly.
there's
There
absolutely
has to
probably
be
another
something
There,
else.
there has to be somewhere
and they're
where
going to go scouting,
the government
and they're going to
is.
find something.
They've got to.
Remember, the outside world is just banned completely.
They are going
You're not
to
supposed
beat
to
us
know
down
anything.
to the point where they are bare bones and they have to travel and do something. Yeah.
That is exactly what's going to happen.
We'll see. That's
We'll
the theory.
You guys have any? Do you have any other thoughts?
I don't have
That's
any
a,
other.
That's a pretty. That's a
Thumbs
good
up.
theory.
Again, I think Aaron's going to be alive. I think in the next couple of episodes we'll see some sort of counteroffensive
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
and there's got to be some sort.
We got to have some kind of like
There's gotta
aha
be,
moment.
Yeah,
like,
there's got to be some sort of win.
Yeah.
even on the
yeah,
smallest.
because right now it is
scale.
beat down, beat down, beat down, beat down.
Yeah.
Like,
they got to get a win soon.
yeah.
There has to be some form of hope here.
There's got to be some positive.
Because Aaron's hope is slowly faltering.
Dude just
Right.
lost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
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 So.
I don't see him back in the fight anytime soon.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to take a while.
It'll take a hot minute.
I meant to bring this up in the last. I kind of said that we would talk about it, but I did feel like there is a good philosophical debate between Jean's point of view and Aaron's point of view, where far we're just getting our kicked in right now.
Right.
If you were in Jean's position or Aaron's position, are you going to try and just be an MP? You're saving your life for later on, but at the same time, based on what we've
First
seen...
of all, in my opinion,
Okay.
in this situation, in this world,
Yeah.
every man, woman, and child capable of fighting should be fighting.
Or be trained to.
And those not need to be growing
I mean,
crops.
here's the deal. So
Need
we
to
have
be
these
making
titans
food.
walking through the city, right? Why are there not things to like trip them, to like cut their legs?
Well, if you notice-
I'm saying that the villagers set up.
Right. If you noticed in the beginning of
There's the moat.
the 5th episode there, they did have fallback defenses where you had one that was down in a pit.
But
trying
I'm
to get
saying
out.
these villagers could easily have these things rigged to
But
where
they
they
also
could.
regenerate.
Yeah.
Well, but if they
Just to
trip
slow
and they
them down.
fall, and,
Oh, yeah.
and then
just
they're
trying
able
to
to
slow
cut
them down.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
yeah, just to slow down.
Yeah.
Everyone should be fighting.
Yes.
But again, can't help but be in Aaron's shoes because you have
What are you looking
nothing to
forward
lose.
to?
Right.
You have nothing
Right.
to lose.
You're all
Yeah.
you're doing is postponing the inevitable by retreating.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't retreat
And really,
forever.
what he wants to do is adventure. He wants to see what's out there.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is stopping him right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think
Cool.
we all agree that we're going with Aaron.
Going
We're going
Scouts?
there. Yeah. In this situation where it's like from
Kill or be
episode 1 on, yes, you join the scouts and you fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, prior episode 1, yeah, MP all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy stuff. I don't have to worry about it. I'm going in the
Putting
interior.
yourself
It's
in
gonna be
Aaron's
easy.
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this reality where the 2 outer walls are gone, destruction is imminent.
Right.
You've got to do something or everyone dies.
So
It's bigger than you.
So Trost right now is just like Shigamshina, where it's a focal point for the second wall. Does that make
Gotcha.
sense?
Yeah.
So what we saw in episode 1 and 2 is that Shigamshina was an outer wall city, and it was a focal point to draw in all the Titans. Okay. So the Colossal Titan kicked into Shigamshina, and then one of the armored Titans went through and
The outer
barreled
wall.
through that outer wall.
Mariah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this one, Trost is the same thing, where it's a focal point along the second wall. Trost is the
bubble city.
protecting the second wall. So we're in that city and we're protecting second wall.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Also, I find it interesting that we have yet to see the king.
Right.
Right.
Any kind of introduction to the king.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're
Very
about 5
interesting.
episodes
Yeah.
in. So
I mean, we've seen like
Lords.
important
A
people,
lord,
but not like the
king,
important
the
people.
whole
Yeah, we had like a council
reason
meeting,
that we're
but it
protecting-
wasn't even like a central government
No.
council. It was just
No.
like a Shigamshina
Yeah.
town council.
Right.
Yeah.
The government structure is a little weird for me.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
how it works out.
how it works out.
Cool.
We
Very
good?
Interesting.
We're good.
Very
Awesome. All right.
Great
Well, we'll see you in
episode.
the next one.
All right.
Good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Bye.